Kamala Harris. I told y'all, these Democrats, they not looking to do anything for the blacks. And Kamala Harris, she just came straight out in an interview after being asked the question and said, nah, fam, we not here for the blacks. We just gonna do stuff for everybody else.
Look at this, y'all. Here's what Kamala said when asked about passing something specifically for blacks.
There's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Now here's what Trump said when asked about doing something specifically for blacks.
And I'm here today to announce a brand new plan to deliver more opportunity to black communities. We call it the Platinum Plan. Platinum Plan. And that's a contract with black Americans. We will create 3 million new jobs for the black community. Open 500,000 new black-owned businesses. Increase access to capital in black communities by $500 billion.
Ask a Democrat what they're going to do specifically for blacks. I bet you they deflect and start talking about minorities. They'll never say nothing specifically for black people. But yet this woman is trying to sway our black youth doing HBCU tours and even trying to pay them to vote.
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Yeah. So apparently, as you just seen in that clip over there, Kamala Harris has admitted that the Biden administration didn't have any policies that they wanted to put into effect that helped black people specifically. Okay. Now, I want to be clear about this. I just want to make this point before I say all of these things that I'm going to say. If you remember, one of the first things Biden did do, right, was sign into federal law that there was a new hate crime against Asians. Remember? Remember when he first got into office, they were like, you can't attack Muslims, you can't attack Asians. Remember that? It was not done for the black people. I just want to point this out. But do you remember that was one of the first things that they did? Now, before I even get into that, I want to make one more point. Remember Vine, TikTok? You know what Asia was doing? Pardon me, China was doing specifically? And just so we could be clear, it was for Asians, but it was allegedly Chinese people constantly being attacked all over America. And I thought that that was racist because I was pretty sure not all of those people were Chinese. I'm pretty, like, people are going to be outside and they're about to attack one of these Asian people and they're like about to get them and they're like, I'm not Chinese, I'm Korean. And then the attacker's just like, oh man, my fault, my bad, homie. I couldn't tell, the eyes, whatever. That was... You get what I'm saying. I'm not trying to... If anybody took offense to that joke, my apologies. But the point in which I'm trying to make is they were saying Chinese people were being attacked everywhere. There's no way that you could have known it was specifically only Chinese people. It could have been just Asian people in general. So there was a policy made. But as far as I can tell, ever since the America that we know of existed, black people have been getting lynched. Why didn't Biden administration make that the #1 priority when this Asian attacking thing, which is bad, let's not act like that's not a thing, but this Asian attacking thing, which it could have just have been people attacking people, and they just decided to make a big deal about when Asians were attacked by people who are not Asian, just so we could be clear, because you have to know how they fudge numbers. With that being said, this administration didn't put anything forth to protect black people. That's the point. I was going to make a connection between data mining, the Democrats, and then them winning the election. But that's a whole different point. I guess I'll make a different video regarding that. If anybody cares to hear about that, put it down in the comment section. But just so we could be clear, You heard her with her own lips. She didn't say anything, or she didn't say that they had any plans on helping black people at all. But then you hear Trump, pardon me, and he has an actual plan. And I want to be clear about something for everybody that don't know. Trump went through with those plans. And you want to know what the Democrats was doing? The Democrats were stripping those proposals that he was making and forcing it to be for everybody, when Trump was really trying to make it for black people. And if anybody is now saying that Trump is lying, I know people who went out for those things and benefited. And if I would have known about it at the time, I would have went out for it too. I know black people that benefited from this. I know them. You might not. But I'm telling you that I do. Y'all know them too, because I've had a couple of them on the program. And they came on the program and spoke about this specifically, just so we can be clear. So Trump's making policies that is actually helping black people. And the Democrats have only basically made policies that help migrants, people that are born in other countries and then come to America. That's where most of their policies seems to be aligned with. And if that sounds like too much, also, just so we can be clear, they are sending most of our money, a lot of our money, to other countries, right? And they've messed up so bad that now they have this new thing where they're saying, if we get another term, we're going to give $400 a month to every American. I don't believe you. That's one. Two, I want to hear, y'all got to give $1,000 a month to every American. You want to know why? All of that money you just sent to Ukraine, I don't want to hear you only going to give us $400 now. Y'all should be giving $1,000 to every damn adult. Everybody over 18 years old should be getting $1,000 a month. Period. If y'all gonna send all of that money to the Ukraine, if you're gonna send all of that money to Israel, who, might I add, have money. They didn't need it. Israel was literally fighting broke niggas. I don't know no other way to put that. I'm not saying that Muslims in general, because they own all the oil that's being used right now. So I'm not, for everybody that don't know, America actually have bigger oil reserves than these other countries. We just don't, pump our oil out of the ground. We actually have bigger oil reserves, like under the ground, to be mined and shit like that. At least something like that. I might be wrong. Put it down in the comment section. This could be a conversation. But the point being made is, the people in Gaza, they don't got it like that. Okay? And so we don't need to give them all of the monies and resources that we are. That's my point. Imagine if, and this is just me saying the thing, imagine if Netanyahu decided to go as hard as he did because he saw all of the money that America was giving to the Ukraine. He was like, yo, look, we wanted some of the pot too. So these dudes did a thing and we just gonna go overboard with it. And we just gonna do too much. And then America's gonna send us the billions and the trillions too. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. In any regard, put it down in the comment section. I want to know what y'all guys think about this. The Democrats quite plainly and has been saying for years that they're not going to do anything specifically for black people. But when Republicans are in office, they also complain that these Republicans are not making laws and are creating bills that are specifically to protect black people. I don't know how people are so confused as to who is in their best interest to vote for. Because I want to also say this. Trump actually made statutes, laws, bills, had a ton of things passed that helped black people. But if you speak to the black person, the average black person, no, I can't even say average at this point because a lot of people are waking up. But if you speak to many black people, They'll swear up and down to you that Trump is racist. I'm going to tell you what Trump is. Trump knows that he makes his money off of people spending their money. You know what demographic holds on to their money the shortest amount of time? Black people. So if you own a business, if you own corporations, if people spending money makes you money, what people in America would you want to have money the most? The people who spend it, right? Black people. I'm just explaining business to you. I'm not explaining emotions. If you want to have a conversation about emotions, I don't think emotions and politics work together well. I think business and politics are much closer in relation to emotion. So when we go into that ballot box and what we're deciding to do is vote off of our emotion, that's not going to help us as far as the direction of the country. But when we go in there and we vote off of what's the financially superior position for the American person and for the American government, then that's going to be more beneficial to us moving forward, avoiding war, stemming the homeless issue, and a lot of other problems that we currently have in America. So if y'all keep voting off of, well, I like that guy more, rather than that guy right there has a plan, I would rather them have control over our resources. When we stop voting over emotion, so many of our problems that we are currently going through in America will go away. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers, let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I get on this one.